Big up my Muslim brothers. You know, I'm not a religious man, but I've got friends of all faiths. Now, funny enough, I just said I'm not a religious man. I have friends of all faiths. So, although obviously I'm Jamaican, I was born here. I grew up, my area, Edmonton, is bare Africans. I only had one Jamaican friend. All my other friends were all African. And yeah, them man, they're religious and that. Them lot were just Christians and that. They said take the piss out of me because obviously man doesn't believe in God. I believe in the theory of evolution. I mean, evolution ain't a theory, it's a fucking fact anyway. But they was like, oh, so you believe that we come from monkeys? Well, if we come from monkeys, why are they still monkeys? And so, yeah, they used to take the piss out of man and that. I used to hold it down though, 4, 5 on 1. Used to hold it down still. But yeah, like I said, I got friends of all faiths and that. I'm not like this ignorant atheist where, oh, I don't want to be friends with someone because they believe in God. That's stupid. What do you think? So someone said, what do you think of picking up barbering as a side skill? Yeah, as a side skill. So do that on the side as a, you know, like after, you know, if you're not, I don't know, let's say you're at uni, you're a uni man. Yeah, we'll cut some man's head. Yeah, not like that. Yeah, no choppings, no chefings, no splashings and that. But yeah, cut a couple man's heads and that. Let's say you have a full-time job and you can just make a little bit of money on the side and that, then yeah. But don't ever make being a barber a full-time job. Did you see the message on Instagram? Probably not yet, because I've got lots of messages. I need to go through them and that. So, what was the message? If you want to say it on here, it's up to you. If not, you have to wait for me to read it. So, George said he's in Lancaster, Northwest. Okay, so near Liverpool, them sides there, or Blackpool and that. Assalamu alaikum. He's Hamza. Big up man like Hamza. Big up all the Hamzas in the UK. What you mean African? You talking about West African? Yeah. So my brethren was Ghanaian, Nigerian, one was from Sierra Leone. So yeah. Obviously, big up my Congolese and my Angolan brothers. Yeah, Central African. Bro, you're Jay Wise, man. You should know evolution is cap. Hashtag no disrespect. Nah, man, it's real, man. You can see evolution, man. What's your tag? Well, as in tag name. I ain't got no tag. No tag name. Rally Stars TV said, real G. Come on, man. Any tips for an apprenticeship starting out? The number one tip or piece of advice I could give you as an apprentice starting out, yeah, is stick to it. Stick to it. There are going to be some days you're like, you know, fuck this apprenticeship. You got to stick to it. That's it, man. Obviously, there are going to come times where guys are going to probably try to talk to you like you're a piece of shit. I mean, it can happen to you as a qualified person at a job. You got to stand up for yourself. But yeah, man, just take it all in. What trade are you learning anyway, Mr. Andarks? Sorry, Mr. Endarks. If you're still watching. One sec, let me get my tea. Oh yeah, that knock was a bit loud. So someone said, what's wrong with barbering full time? This is how I look at life, yeah? And this is like I say, even like with like chicks, why are you talking to a man that you wouldn't want your son to be like? Man, them, why are you friends with men that you wouldn't want your son to be like? Why, if I wouldn't want my son to be a barber, then I don't think, yeah, it's that good of a profession. So ask yourself this question right now. Would you want your son to be a barber? If the answer is yes, blood, your standards are too low, rude boy. Your standards are too low. Let's say a man comes from another country and he comes to England and he's a barber. I guarantee you, although, because I was going to say, oh, if he started again, bro, a man can still do a night shift, a night course and that. But anyway, let's say he could start his life again from scratch, from 16 years old. He would not be a barber. He would do something else. Okay, you're a man who's good with his hands. Okay, right. He would have probably been a gas engineer or a plumber or electrician and that. So that's the way you got to approach life and that. Just think to yourself. It's very simple. Would you want your son to be like that? Would you want your son to be like the men that you hang around with? If the answer is no, why the fuck are you hanging around with them? Imagine, yeah, God forbid you passed away. Would you want those men raising your son? Would you want them to be your, what do they call it? You know when people get christened, that Godfather or whatever, Godfathers and that. Yeah, would you want those men to be your son's godfather and that? That's how you got to think of things. It's very simple. Would I want my son to do this? If the answer is no, then it's not good enough. Me personally, I'm an electrician. I'm an electrical tester. Would I want my son to be an electrician, electrical tester? No. Can it pay the bills? Yes. Can you make a decent amount of money? Yes. But I still want better for my son. So that's why I'm not planning to be an electrician or electrical tester for the rest of my life. Because if I wouldn't want my son to do it, then I wouldn't want to do it long term myself. It's a stepping stone. Any of you lot doing apprenticeships right now, plumbing, gas, whatever in it, just know it's a stepping stone. You should be looking to move up, go into bigger and better things. I really feel like putting on this fan, but it's upstairs. Right, let me see. Right. Mr. Blixen said, yo, Jay, what's going on? What's going on? 100K is crazy. So someone called Chrome Wars. I can't really see it. I mean, I don't know what country, like it looks like he's Turkish or something. Big you up still anyway. He said, I've taken back the Merc. Yeah, man, it's got to be done, man. Listen, don't worry about this short-term gratification. Yeah? See, this is the problem. We're trying to drive Mercs at an early stage. Why not just be humble for 15 years and then go and get the Porsche 911 or the Ferrari? Yeah, that's what you want to do, man. You don't want to forget driving the Merc, man. Forget driving the Audi or the BMW. Just be humble. Drive your little shitty car for 15 years and then go and get the Porsche 911 or the Ferrari. So this Corey Brown said, yo, bro, doing an electrical engineering apprenticeship. When I finish, should I do HSC or service engineer? Yeah, you could possibly do the HSC. I mean, I've done the HSC. And when you say service engineer, do you mean like obviously being out in the field and that? My money won't increase my money even though I finished college, just waiting to do my portfolio. Yeah, so they're not gonna increase your money until you've passed certain tests and obviously completed your portfolio. So it's gotta be patient, my friend. So this Endarks guy said that he's doing electrical. Okay. Yeah, man, just stick to it, man. Stick to it. I'm a big man, baller, woman, try violating the Sparky trade. Fam, big man, just because you're big, yeah, doesn't mean that people ain't gonna try a thing on you. So you don't think that someone who's 6'7" has never been tested in their life, right? It doesn't matter how big and strong you are, someone's always gonna test you. I remember, yeah, one time I was watching this video. Some chick in America has like one of them faceless YouTube channels. If you have a faceless channel, in my head, you're a pussy if you're a man. Yeah? It depends on what you're saying. If you're like talking bad, yeah, I'll pussy up. Yeah, but if you're just giving advice and then cool. But yeah, this chick had this faceless channel. Now I saw one video, you know, she's talking like she knows and she don't in it now. Me, I don't get into all this alpha male, beta male, all this stuff in it, yeah. But she was saying, like, oh, if you're an alpha male, you are of a stature that no man would ever want to physically try you or test you. And when I watched that, I thought that's bullshit. Like, she was showing pictures of The Rock and, let's say, like Tyson Fury on boxers. This is a black chick in America, yeah? You could just tell by the way she speaks. And I was thinking to myself, that's bullshit. Plenty of men want to jump in the ring with whoever boxers, Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua. I ain't saying these are alpha males. I'm just saying, like, you know, these men are of certain stature and doesn't matter who you are, man are gonna want to test you. And I thought to myself, like, even man on road, because she was saying that, you know, if you're a quote unquote alpha male, nobody will want to ever test you. And I was thinking, there's man that I know on road who are bad man, known for stabbing and shooting, and other man will still test them. So that cannot be true. As I say, people think they know about these terms and these definitions and that, and they really don't. And people think, yeah, let's say like this alpha male thing, yeah. People think alpha male means you run some Fortune 500 company or you're the CEO or whatever. But that ain't got nothing to do with it. Yeah. You could be a businessman, you could have 5 properties. I don't make you no fucking alpha male because you're rich and successful. Yeah? There's a bit that if people think that's all an alpha male, you are sadly mistaken. Maybe in the business world, maybe in the corporate world, maybe in the financial world, maybe. But that is not what. Because trust me, there's plenty of broke alpha males in fucking prison. Yeah. Man said face looked bruised up. Did you get into a fight? Nah. No, not yet, not yet. Check back in a week's time. Right. Big up man like A. Crislow said, yes, Mr. J. Wise. Got like 45 messages. Man said, J. Wise, scroll up to what I wrote, right? What did Mr. Blixen say? I can't be there. Oh, I think I already spoke about that, yeah. So Omar said, I wish my mum didn't pressure me to go uni. Now I work a dead-end job. Any advice genuinely looking? What are you working? What sort of job you in? What sort of field you in? What was it like in Eddie when Negus died? R.I.P. R.I.P. Yeah, I think it happened in like, let's say May or June of 2011. You know, there were people just posted up on the wall, like near where it happened and that. Obviously, I mean, what more people could obviously apart from, you know what I mean, going over, yeah, you know, what else are people gonna do? They'll just lay in flowers and whatnot, innit? So the guy said his Merc was his baby. Don't worry about it, man. You'll get a better baby soon, man. Don't worry. Stay grinding that you get the proper thing, Ferrari and that. When you went jail, did you go Crown Court before? Yeah, so I went to Wood Green Crown Court. They took me into the cells in the bottom, them in the basement. And yeah, there was 2 youths there. They were from Finsbury Park. They're so dumb. I said to them, what you lot in for? They said, phone robbery. Them man, they're looking at like 2.5, 3 years. Well, I think that's what they got for a phone robbery. This is back in 2011, you know, June. Sorry, no. This was like 2, 3 weeks before I went jail, to be fair, actually. Yeah, I went down into the cells or something, but I can't remember. But anyway, yeah, I remember I met some youths because I went court twice. I went one particular week, then 2, 3 weeks later, I went back to court and then they sent me to prison. But anyway, I met 2 youths in there. Do you know what? That was the day I went to jail and that, because I remember I got on a bus with them. The GO Amy or the Circle thing. Yeah, 2.5 years, 3 years for a phone robbery. How much was you getting for phones back then? £200-300? You're gonna spend 2.5 years, 3 years. All right, let's say you do half your sentence and that. Let's say you do a year and a half, or let's say you do, I don't know, 14 months or something like that. For the sake of £200-300, it's not worth it, man. It's not worth it. When you're gonna be living a flashy lifestyle. So A Crislow said, when you're gonna be living a flashy lifestyle? I'm not interested in living a flashy lifestyle, you know. Like, even if I became a multi-millionaire, I wouldn't care to own a yacht. I wouldn't care to get on a yacht, really. I might do it one time just to see what it's like to be on the water, because I've only ever been on a boat twice, going to Calais and coming back from Calais, because we drove from Tottenham to the Netherlands one time for taekwondo. So yeah, I'll get on a yacht just to say, oh, just to see what it's like and that. But I don't care about living a flashy lifestyle. I don't care about getting on a private jet. I don't care about that. Like, yeah, I want to ride first class because I don't like people. People are fucking idiots. So yeah, I want that exclusivity and that. So, but other than that, I don't care about living a flashy lifestyle and that. Me, I've got more than enough money to, you know what I'm saying, buy Moncler, Versace, all this stuff. But I choose not to because it doesn't matter to me. I don't care about brands and whatnot. Don't care. Nay Blanco said, "You've grown up really well. Hope you're good." I mean, this must be someone that I know from my personal life. But yeah, big you up whoever you are with your black circle. Have you ever put down more than 10% on a property? Of course, man, I had to put down 25% on 3 properties. Wipe my blood clot money out. Jay Wise, what should a man have achieved, accomplished by 25? Yeah, it's a little bit difficult for everyone, isn't it? Yeah, it's a little bit different for everyone. But let's say you was an apprentice and you qualified by 21. Well, by the age of 25, I expect you to have like 30, 40 grand in your bank account. But let's say you went to university and you know you've been studying from 18 to 21 years old, then you get your little proper full-time job, 22 to 25. I'm not really expecting you to have got that much money and save it, like being able to earn a high salary in that. But yeah, by the age of 25, you should have some qualifications. You should have some qualifications. How much money? It depends. You know what I'm saying? It's not one size fits all. Or it's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not, oh yeah, you must do this by 25. It depends on the circumstances and that. I said I got ABH already. Was you the person I was asking about court? Yeah, man, you gotta be careful, man, with these assault charges, man. They're not nice, man. I'm thinking about investing into HMOs. What's your thoughts on that? Yeah, do that, man. Or rent out rooms all day long. Don't rent out a whole entire property, man. I agree. All men have been tested in life. It's a part of being a man. Yeah. Why do you think black guys are so aggressive compared to other races? It's quite difficult because you're probably just comparing black men from the hood. You know, you look at any guys from the hood that live that life, they're gonna be aggressive, black, white, Chinese, or Indian. Like if they're from the hood, like and they're involved on the streets and that. Because if you go to the posh suburbs, well, if you find black guys there, they're not gonna be aggressive and that. So I think it's just location, location, location. Right? Now, some nations of people are more aggressive than others. The reason why us Jamaicans are more aggressive than the reason why us Jamaicans are aggressive and that is because of the Nigerian DNA that we have. Because even if you look at Africans and that, yeah, the Nigerians are pretty much the more aggressive ones compared to Ghanaians. Yeah, no disrespect, Ghanaians, the Ghanaians are soft. Yeah, Maybe the ones in London are on this thing, but in Africa, I heard that Ghanaians are soft. Now, is there some, you get me, serious places in Ghana? Obviously, but for the most part, I heard that Ghanaians, like, they're soft. The ones in, that's how you know your Ghanaians are soft, no disrespect. The ones in London are more on this thing than the Ghanaians back in Ghana, yeah? You can't say that for Jamaicans. The Jamaicans from Jamaica are more on this thing than the Jamaicans in London. They're like the proper yardies and that. They're about this. Bro, can you give a financial advice for a 17-year-old? Don't get roped into the flashy lifestyle, yeah? Don't be buying all these flashy cars or taking things out on finance or lease just for the sake of fitting in. Because these people that you're trying to fit in with, I guarantee you, by the age of 33, you ain't gonna be talking to them, most of them. Big up man like Scarface, always in the live streams, showing support. I said, bro, I'm 21, I got 21K of expenses whilst earning 24K. Any advice? What? I got 21K of expenses. What do you mean you got 21K of expenses? What, you spend 21K on living your life every year and you're only earning 24K? Well, you need to cut down then. Did you hear about ABTDA UK riots? No, what's that? I said, bro, it's got nothing to do with my degree. Oh, I don't understand the context of that message, man, because I'm so far back. You know, right now I'm looking at the screen, yeah. So someone saying you need a trim. JY's heard about the ABTDA riots or something. I've got 78 messages. Some of them are obviously people atting each other and that. So I'm just gonna quickly scroll through. Do you reckon Haringey is worse now or back in the day? You see, I don't know. See, I went to a youth's house today and he was asking me like, oh, is London really that bad? And I'm like, blood, it's like a game. Yeah. If you're in it, yeah, you're gonna be in problems. But if you're not in it, you're gonna be cool. So I'm not in it no more. So I don't really know what's going on the streets. I said, did you get boxed up? Why do people think man got boxed up, fam? Yeah, I don't think my face looks lumpy or nothing like that. What do you think of C-Biz? Do you know, I actually like C-Biz, you know? Like, forget about his music. I don't know C-Biz's music, but when I've watched a few of his interviews, I ain't watched nothing for a few years now, but I always like C-Biz. I don't know, I just like his character in that. He's actually Nigerian. I thought C-Biz was Jamaican, but he's actually Nigerian. He said it in one of his interviews, man. Certain times you can't even tell where man are from. I remember I was watching one of Kemsy's interviews. Big up Kemsy. And a man said, where are you from? Like, you know, where you from? He said, I'm obviously born here. And I was like, nah, where you from? Like, country. And he said, Jamaican. I'm like, blood, this guy's Jamaican. I thought this guy was Nigerian or something. Could not believe it. I remember I was driving my car back from Edmonton to Northampton. It was a Sunday. But then he crashed my car, blood. Could not believe it. My brother was disabled. Fam, did you smack a disabled person or something, fam? This Omar guy. Jay Wise, why is the UK so negative? Blood, a lot of countries are negative, man. A lot of countries are negative. People just want to complain about everything. Oh, England shit, England shit. I was saying this to a woman yesterday. She's like, probably like my mom's age, 50-something, older woman, white woman and that. I was like, people are complaining about the UK now. Oh no, I think I was talking to an older woman who was like 70, 80 years old. But anyway, I speak to this individual on that, and I was saying that like, they're complaining about the UK being shit and it's the economy shit or whatever in it. But that's what happens, fam. It can't always be good. There has to be bad times for there to be good times. There can't be no light without dark. There can't be no sunshine without rain. Yeah, there can't be no ups without no downs. I don't know what you lot expect. This is how life works. You're gonna have good times and bad times. Now you can limit your bad times by making certain preparations and that. But you know, life is full of ups and downs, man. I don't think England is shit. You will never hear me complain about this country because I'm not at the bottom. Like I said many times before, if you're at the bottom of the socio-economic scale, then life is always going to be shit. It don't matter what country you're in, life is always going to be shit for the most part. Now, if the country's doing really well, even if you're at the bottom, you'll be good. But if the country goes into a little bit of turbulence and that, if you're at the bottom, oh, you're feeling everything. You're feeling everything. Likewise, if you're rich, if you're at the top, it don't matter what country you're in. You could be in Jamaica, your life is going to be good. You could be in England, your life is going to be good. You could be in Somalia, your life is going to be good. Congo, the fucking Sentinel Island, your life is going to be good. It doesn't matter where you are if you're at the top. If you're at the bottom, life is shit. Life is shit if you're at the bottom. What happens when you're at the bottom? You have to go and serve in the war. I was talking to my girl about this one time. And I was saying that there's no way, yeah, the rich people, there's no way their sons have to go and fight in the war. No way. I don't know how they get out of it. I don't know how they wriggle out of it, but there's no way you're going to have some rich individuals. You're not going to have their son fighting in the war. No way. It's impossible. Should I buy yours straight in cash? No. So this is the thing, man. You've got people disrespecting people. They will get touched and then they call the police. It's mad. Someone said, how do you move out at 18? Don't. Yeah? Do not move out at 18. You're mad. Yeah, someone even responded, you don't. Good. I said, Ghana youths are soft. JY's random question. This is from Generic Burner. JY's random question. You have 50K to invest. What are you doing with it as of today? I mean, buy a couple properties. I spent $1 million on drip. Yeah, right. Are you still close with your dad? I don't know my dad. I do not know my dad. He said something about maintenance loan debt is no joke. Someone said he got boxed up by MPKs. Kemsey, Pembury. 1920, the Great Depression era. I mean, people were broke in the 80s as well, you know. Right, I'm finally caught up, almost caught up. Did you ever get into fights in Penn, Unks? I mean, there was one time I did set pace on a U. I didn't even actually get to lick him, but I was trying to. He's one Tottenham U. And then there was one youth from Catford. I was gonna, well, some Catford or somewhere that I was gonna move to him, but he just, yeah, he weren't on it. Right, let me see these comments on YouTube. So a man said, when you say to the tenant, if you fail to pay the rent, I'll serve you your notice and you have to leave. Do you mean you will evict them the next day or serve a section 21(8), get a court order? I mean, I won't be serving no, but I'll just say to them, look, I've never had to do it though, but I'll say, look, yeah, you're going to need to leave by this day. And that's it. There's no formal notice or nothing like that. But again, I've never had to do it. So, I don't know. What was your first job? An electrical apprentice at Holmes Haringey. I say great content. How much money is too much to pay parents in rent? £300 max, man. I don't care. Even if you're earning fucking 4 grand a month. You don't need to pay them 3 grand. You don't need to be paying them all £600-700. Big up man like Dosa David. Someone said, Jay Wise, how do you become more assertive without being aggressive to my manager? I mean, first of all, yeah, you got to look at a man in his eyes and you got to mean what the fuck you say. Like for me, it comes natural to me because I'm so used to sticking it on people. Yeah, I just have that, you know what I'm saying? It just comes natural for me to be more assertive than that. I mean, at the end of the day, boy, if your manager's really taking the piss, like you gotta tell him, listen, I'm quitting this job unless you speak to me properly and that, and you gotta mean it. I mean, that's it. Your actions have got to mean something. So your words have got to mean something. So a man said, Jay Wise thinks he's got aura. Hey, no one's never not paid their rent. This has been going on for years. Yeah. Oh, so someone called Skipper said, what was your first job? Yeah, electrical apprentice. Are you willing to live in the UK forever? Yeah. I'm not planning on going nowhere. I'm not planning on going nowhere. How many points did you score for DA? Fam, I was scoring points for myself, blood, not for no gang. When you make enough money, when you make enough P's, would you ever live in Jamaica or is it too risky? No, I mean, I don't think Jamaica's risk. Obviously, there's a risk everywhere in it, but no, it's not that. It's just I think like, nah, man, why am I want to be in Jamaica for? No, no, no. I love being Jamaican, but I wouldn't want to live in Jamaica. No. Why would I want to go to an island as small as fucking Yorkshire? Nah, man, nah, nah, nah. I'ma stay in England where I belong. What's the best electrical wholesaler? I mean, obviously, I'll go to 4th Street Electrical on 4th Street in Edmonton. But if not, I always go Screwfix to get stuff anyway. But to be fair, I don't buy that much electrical stuff because I don't do electrical work like that. But I just shop at Screwfix. Screwfix is my favorite shop. I mean, I'll go there every 2 days. Done worse by your mum. What does that mean? Oh, you talking to oh my, he's a legend. Done worse by your mum. What are you going to do if there's another lockdown and no one is renting your properties? Well, if no one's renting the properties and that, like there should be a mortgage holiday. So before there was a mortgage holiday. Now I never took it. I just continued paying my mortgage. But before lockdown or during lockdown, I only had one property, which is this one here. So I never had this problem. But I did think to myself, like, oh, imagine there was like a lockdown, or imagine I had a property for rent and the tenants could have paid the rent. What would I do in that situation there? Um, as long as obviously there's a mortgage holiday and that, it'll be cool. But if there's not, boy, tough one, boy. Someone asked me to comment on Omar's situation and that. I think something we said about something like someone disrespected his brother or something like that. So he gave him 1, 2. Yeah, man, it's a difficult one, man. That's the thing, man. People go around disrespecting people and they can't, hold the consequences in that. Man. UK will never have issues with renting, lockdown, can't do nothing. The game's the game. Basically, Omar mum pressured him to pay her mortgage payments with his maintenance notes. What? It is very difficult to keep hold of these messages, these comments, man. Have you ever read The Millionaire Fastlane by MJ DeMarco? Big man, I've never read a book before, I'm the author who's never read a book. Maybe of Mice and Men, that was the only book that I think I read, if I even got to the end. I've never read a book before. Yeah. Someone said we don't read books, we write them. Yeah. I've read my own book a few times because I had to fucking edit. Literally, I recommend a book called Adult Children of Emotionally Immature Parents. That's nice. Yeah, his mother pressured him to go uni just to get the maintenance note to pay her mortgage. Oh my days. What the fuck, fam? This is what I'm saying, yeah? Like, these parents are crazy. So you should need a fucking license or pass a course and get a qualification to be granted permission to have children. There's people right now, yeah? Like, there's parents right now, their credit is so shit that they've had to get they have to get their son to take out a car on finance in his name. Don't ever do that. If your mom's credit is shit, don't take out a car on loan or finance or lease, because at some point she's gonna default because she's done it in the past. How to know if someone is responsible with money or not? Don't ask them, don't look at their bank account, because you could have only £300 in your account every month. Yeah. So, like, yeah, you could only have £300 in your account, but you could still be responsible with money. You just don't know how to, you're not really that good at saving, but you can still have a good credit score. The way to know whether or not someone is responsible with money, just look at their credit score. Look how much times they've defaulted. Look at their credit rating. Is it 300 instead of 899 or whatever? That's the way. I wouldn't even need to look at, if I want to know what someone's like with money, I wouldn't need to look at their car, I wouldn't need to look at their house, I wouldn't need to look at, the clothes they're wearing or the trainers on their feet or their bank balance, nothing. Just look at their credit score. That will tell me everything I need to know. Default, 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 default. I've never defaulted, ever, never, never. I've nearly gone into my overdrive by accident because obviously I've got multiple accounts, and some accounts I don't get paid into, but I have direct debits coming out. And my bank has notified me, oh, if you don't make sufficient amount of money, if you don't send a sufficient amount of money into this bank account, then you will go into your overdraft. And I'm like, oh, okay, I will do it then. But that's never happened though. I've always caught it in time because you get text reminders and that. Yeah, yeah. Why don't you do Airbnb on your properties? You can make more peas. Would you be able to leave your day job? Yeah, that's a possibility in that. I've just been a bit lazy with the Airbnb, to be fair. Yeah, maybe I might think of I might do Airbnb one day. You never know. Yeah, that's crazy though, man. How can a mum make her son take out the uni loan so she can pay her mortgage? That is Fucked up, blood. Telling you, parents will use you, boy. What do you think about reading books, though? I mean, to sit down and read a book, it's up to you. But if I was you, just get the audio book so you can listen to it, so that you can do other things at the same time. I've said to you lot plenty of times and that, don't sit there and watch my videos. Listen. That's why I don't give a fuck about, you know, camera quality and that. Motherfucker, you should be listening. That's why I don't care about getting some 4K, 5K, 10K camera and that. You should be listening. You're lucky I don't start filming the live streams like this from now on, yeah? Because you lot should be able to just listen to, watch a black screen and just be listening to what the fuck I'm saying and that, yeah? So, you know, that's what it's all about, listening. So sitting down reading a book, your hands are full, you can't do other things. You can still take in the same knowledge and that. You can still learn by listening. Look how much man have said, yo, Jay, I've decided to do this, or you've helped change my life, and that. They're not reading anything, they're just listening to what I'm saying. So I said, broski, sell one of your 5 properties and go Turkey for that lineup. No way. I said it's ethnic parents in general. They do this. That's why I cut off my fam. Yeah, fam, listen. Do you think you could make $1 million in 3 months if your life depended on it legit? I mean, fucking hell, 90 days to make 3 million. Shit. Omar said I made 10K off of meme coins. I don't know what meme coins are. What's more money, plumbing or electric? I think plumbing, to be fair, you know, you're gonna get more issues with plumbing, therefore there's more call outs and that. Ask yourself this question, yeah? How many times has an electrician come to your house to sort out a problem? Let's say, yeah, if you took the last 15 years of your life, whether you lived in 1 house or 5 houses, it doesn't matter. How many times has an electrician had to turn up to your house as opposed to a gas engineer or a plumber? Yeah, there's more call outs, more breakdowns in gas engineering and plumbing. So for the most part, they're probably making more money than the electrician. Someone said, why are you never happy, G? Bro, I'm always happy. I rate your thing. I pray you get more following and audience. Ah, no problem, man. I'm willing to put in the work. You see, buy to let, would you end up owning the houses at the end of the term? I'm kind of confused. No, no, no. You have to sell them off. You have to sell them off. But then obviously you get a good lump sum. So let's say you bought the property for 100 grand back in 2020, well, in 2040, I mean, it should be worth 400-500 grand. Boom. You've come into 300-400 grand, whatever. I want to get into property, but I plan on moving to the US in mid to late 20s. Is there any point? I mean, you can still manage your properties in the UK from another country. One of my brethren does it. He doesn't even live in this country and he manages his properties elsewhere. Anyone think it's possible to make 10K by the end of the year? Of course it's possible. So someone asked, how does he manage it from another country? So he's got one of those locks that, you know, you can punch in a code. So it's like a Yale lock. It's an electronic Yale lock. It's expensive. And you can punch in the code. So therefore, let's say I want to rent the property for 5 days. The code is 1234. Then let's say you want to rent the property a few weeks later. The code will be 5432, for example. Yeah. So we can change the code on a lock every time. Now, what he will do is he will get a cleaner to go in after the guests have been in and tidy up the property in that. And your cleaner can be like your eyes and your ears. They can tell you if anything's broken, if anything's damaged and that, you know. So that's how he manages it. Very simple. Is it worth investing in the BRR out of London if you live in London? Yeah. So buy, renovate, refinance, rent. Yeah. So wait, your mate Airbnbs? Yeah, he Airbnbs. Yeah. Why are you so against getting trims? I'll get a trim when I feel like getting a trim. Why are you not so obsessed with me getting a haircut? I qualify in January, but until then, how do I maximize my chances of getting a new job, higher pay? What are you doing? Is it an apprenticeship? Like, are you electrician or plumber, a gas engineer? We did. Big you up, bro. Took your advice and stayed in the same career. Now I've upped my salary. Yeah, man. Yeah. You can stay, you can move jobs. So I can be an electrician or electrical tester and go from job to job, but I'm still staying in the same career. I'm not going to waste 4 years of my life learning a new trade or going to uni, whatever. And it's a waste of time. Like I've said before, there's a guy that hit me up early stages, like back like when I first jumped on TikTok in September or October last year. And he was saying that he wants to get into electrical. He's a finance man earning 40 grand a year. I'm saying, blood, stick to your finance job, because what are you going to do? You're going to go and do an electrical course for 3 years to then earn the same amount of money. It doesn't make no sense. You should be going self-employed. If you're on 40 grand a year as a if you're 40 grand a year as a PAYE finance man, if you go self-employed, you should be able to earn 55, let alone 55, but probably 60 grand easily. Obviously, you don't get no holiday, you don't get no sick pay. Listen, you don't need no holidays, and you don't need no, and you ain't gonna get sick. You're a young man, you don't need no fucking holiday, man. I will work every fucking day. I do work every fucking day. I'm gonna be 32 in September, yeah? I checked it because I was telling some young youth today I met on a job. He's like 20 something years old. I said to him, I work every day. He said, every day? I said, every day. I said, even when it's my birthday, I'll go into work. Now I said to him, you know, my birthday is coming up next month. I don't know what day my birthday is. Obviously, I know the date, yeah, but I don't know what day it falls on, i.e. a Monday or a Thursday, yeah? So I said to him, if that day, if my birthday is on a weekday, I'm going into work. Yeah, over the last 3-4 years, I went into work on my birthday. I don't give a shit. Nah, don't give a shit. I'm going to work on my birthday, no problem. I went in last year, the year before that, and the year before that. No problem. I'm sure the other day I heard my girlfriend talking to a guy saying something like, he's like, something about doing overtime and that. I'm thinking, blood, what do you mean, like, potentially doing overtime? Something like that. I'm thinking, big man, I will be, if I worked, if I had a sort of job where overtime was just normal, like, there's always overtime, I would work overtime every day. I would work 12 hours a day, every day. Someone said Terminator from Edmonton doesn't like getting trims and he's got property correlation. Yeah, it must be that then. Yeah. What do you do if someone G checks you? Big man, if someone's coming to try and test me, then we're gonna have a fucking fight. You're not gonna chief me up. Your You're a legend, brother. Secured an electrical apprenticeship. Listen to your tips. Wish you the best. Come on, man. See, this is what I'm talking about. People say, oh, your content's a waste of time. You chat shit and that. Look, you got a youth here, yeah? What's his name? Mount Bobo, yeah? You're a legend. He secured an electrical apprenticeship. Listen to your tips. Wish you the best. Saying. Thoughts on life insurance. You must get life insurance. Yeah, man. Get life insurance, man. God forbid you suddenly pass away. You don't want your family to feel the burden and feel the brunt of it. So I know someone that passed away and their family had to run around trying to raise money from people and take out a loan for the man's funeral because of unexpected death. The last thing your parents want to do is be grieving over you and having to pull out 15, 20 grand because, you know, you want to give your people them a good send-off. You know what I mean? Not on some budget. I said grafter, yeah. You remind me of Julius from Everyone Hates Chris. That's not the dad though, is it? Who someone type in who Julius is from Everyone Hates Chris. Man said you're N9, man. Yeah, me too. Okay, yeah. Latimer Road. Okay. Sagacity Chile. Okay, big up. I went to so imagine this James Collister. So I went to Churchfield School at the end of Latimer Road. So not the Church Street side, obviously, but you go down Latimer Road, it's on the left-hand side if you come from Church Street. That was my primary school still. Julius is the dad. Oh, yeah. The dad was a fucking tight ass. Yeah, Terry Crews. Okay. I'm 32 next month. So I left school in 2009. I went to Winchmore School. So I finished year 11 in 2009. So that's how old I am. 41. Oh, you a granddad, big man. What school did you go to, Mr. James Collister? Someone said 1992. Yeah, so I was born 92. Yeah. He's 32 going on 63 next week. When you retiring? I'll probably retire, hopefully by the age of 40. Oh, you were at Edmonton County? Yeah, okay. Someone said need some advice. Fire away. Go ahead. Oh, look, top G's in it. Big up man like Andrew Tate. If only. Worst secondary schools in Edmonton and Enfield has to be Salisbury and has to be Alwood. They're the worst schools in the borough. Alwood, especially Salisbury and Lee Valley as well. That's quite a shit school. Lee Valley and especially Salisbury, when you don't get into a school, so basically, when I was applying for schools, I applied for Winchmore, Enfield Grammar. I don't even know what came third. I think I put down Edmonton County as a backup, and I didn't get no schools that I wanted. So I got into Alwood. So I went Alwood for like 7 school days, yeah? And I managed to get into Winchmore School and that. But like, yeah, Salisbury and that, them schools there, when you don't get a school that you want, they say, yo, there's a place there, there's a place here. Of course there's a place there. No one wants to go fucking Salisbury. Big up man like Top G. Bro, self-employed man and van. I don't know where that comments come from, like what that means, but so A Crislow said, I'm trying to retire at 40, ain't working till I'm 71. No. Let me tell you something right now. You no disrespect to the people, but the people who are still working at age 50 years old, it's because they wasn't smart enough with their money so that they can make their money work for them so that they don't have to work past the age of 50 years old. Yeah, they weren't financially literate enough to make their money work for them, because the whole point of working, see, people don't even, this is why people work till they're 71, because they don't even know why they're working. You work a job so that you can obviously maintain a decent lifestyle and that, but so that you can earn enough money so that you can invest it into something that will bring you back a return so much that you don't have to work at some point in your life when this return keeps coming in and it compounds to a point where you don't even need to work no more. That's the whole point of working. If everyone went into it, yeah, into the employment field from age 21 and thought to themselves, right, I need to get a decent paying job, earning me enough money so that I can live a decent lifestyle, provide a roof over my children's head, so on and so forth, so that this money that I earn is enough that I can save up and make an investment into something that's going to bring me back a return to the point where I don't need to work. If everyone went into it with that mindset, we wouldn't have people who are 50, 60 years old working. Have you ever heard of the term, yeah, I work with this old boy? You're too old, big man. Yeah, yeah, you're an old boy. Yeah, why are you still working at 60, 70 years old? You shouldn't be working at them ages there. Right now, yeah, there's 60-year-old man still doing laboring work, you know, still working like, you know, helping out the bricklayers, being a bricklayer's laborer. Man is still mixing up muck in the fucking, what they call them? Yeah, in the mixer. Yeah, putting it in some buckets and climbing up a ladder at 60 years old. A man's hands looks like the Thing out of Fantastic Ross Clark 4. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's because he's not smart enough with his money. He didn't get himself a proper skill. He didn't get himself a proper education. You should not be doing them crazy manual labor jobs. Yeah, do that at 18 for 4 or 5 months or something like that. You don't want to be doing that up until the age of 60 years old, man. They even want to fucking, they wouldn't even want to give you life insurance. So we was a menace in Winch. Who's this Rain person? About we? I don't know who you are. Verify your name. I'll verify if you was a menace or not. So this side person sent me back again. Yeah. How can a man be working at 50 in Sainsbury's? Yeah, one of my brethren, I don't talk to him now, but he got a job working at Sainsbury's. This time he was like 17, 18. And he said, yo, Jay, you know, there's a guy that I met that's been working in Sainsbury's for like 20 years, you know, like stock shelf, like man's stocking shelves for 20 years at Sainsbury's. Fucking crazy, blood. I said, this live is hilarious. Well, yeah. What they call it? Edutainment, yeah. So it's education and it's entertainment at the same time. When should someone retire then? I mean, if you do it properly, you should be able to retire by age 45, 50 years old. Yeah, if you do it properly, like for me, I should be able to retire at age 40, but other people, I'd say 45, 50 years old. Yeah, man. If you do it properly, man, if you manage your money properly and that. But I'm telling you, if you're 20 years old, 25 years old, and you're looking to lease or finance an expensive Mercedes that's out of your budget, you are never going to retire at age 40, 45 years old because you're not in the right mind space. Yeah. If you're going to be able to retire at 45, 50 years old, yeah, especially 40 years old, if you're going to be able to retire at 40 years old, you can't be indulging in these luxury items and that. No way. No way. Your mind is not in the right place. Men are meant to work. Men are meant to work. My granddad retired and went back to work. Yeah, he probably was bored. That's the problem. Yeah, we base our life so much around work that when we don't need to work, we ain't got nothing else better to do. We don't know what to do with ourselves. There was people right now, yeah. So there was people back in lockdown, bored out of their fucking brain, bored because all right, they're on furlough, they get their money covered and that, but they're so used to working and that they have nothing else going on. I was not bored. I was up here in Northampton on my jacks. I don't know no one in Northampton. I have no friends, no family. Nobody comes knocking at this door looking for me, yeah? And I wasn't bored. I was making my videos, doing my live streams, writing my book. I was completely occupied throughout lockdown. Did I have 1 or 2 hours where I was bored? Yes, of course. But what I'm saying is, for the most part, I was not bored. I wasn't like, I'll go to tenants' houses and that, and I was like, raw, you actually completed that 1,000 piece puzzle. And they're like, yeah, we done it during lockdown. Doing bullshit like that. So this is a sad one still. So a man's mum passed away, leaving 2 kids, 4 and 13, in my care. I'm 22, no other family, barely surviving, and that. Need advice. My friend, you gotta stay strong. You gotta stay strong for your siblings and that. There's no advantages to feeling sad and giving up and that. You got 2 people to depend on you and that. You need to go to the government and get some help, because there's no way, yeah, the government should help you. I mean, obviously, they're probably gonna give you some sort of benefits and that, so that you can, get back on your feet or whatever, or survive and that. But yeah, you need to go to the government. That's the only time I'll be recommending someone go to the government for some handouts and that. He ain't got no family whatsoever, and his mum passed away, leaving a 4 and a 13-year-old in his care. And you know what you could do to make some money? Yeah, you should be setting up TikTok accounts and uploading videos. Yeah, you don't need to make content like me. You can just get content from YouTube and make videos. You should have 5 accounts running at the same time. Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, this is so funny. I was don't say that about he needs to build a life. What's about? I was saying that, imagine, yeah. I say to my girlfriend, imagine if you was on benefits, you could actually become rich off of TikTok. Because think about it this way: if you're on benefits, your rent is covered, you get free money from the government to pay for your gas, water, electric, and food and whatnot. Yeah. So you're gonna be on a bare minimum, but everything is covered for. If you literally just sat down on your laptop or your PC, downloading videos, editing them, cutting them up and uploading them onto various different TikTok accounts. So let's say you had a TikTok account for cars, TikTok account for different designer clothes, TikTok account for motorbikes, runway models. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah? If you literally made that your job, waking up at 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning, and working right the way through the day, and you do that every single day, blood, at some point you're gonna be rich, At some point, yeah, you're gonna be making big money. Apparently, there's fucking little school kids earning £200 a day from TikTok. Yeah, and there's school kids that don't care about. They have no structure. Most of their day is blocked up by being at school and that. Like, you can make some serious money doing TikTok if you had the time to. I said, you look drained, bro. You okay? I'm good. I ain't ate for since, was it 2 o'clock, something like that. So yeah, I'll be having my dinner at 10 o'clock. I'm coming off at 10 o'clock. How to stop chasing girls? Stop chasing girls. Like, come on, man. It's not hard. It's not hard, man. Can you box? I mean, I'm not no professional boxer, but over the years, there's been a lot of man on the end of these knuckles. I promise you. But yeah, to make some money on the side, big man, you gotta treat this TikTok thing like it's a full-time job. That's it. There's no advantages to, you know, quote unquote being depressed about it or not moving forward. And that you just got to keep working, man. You got to think about it this way. Like, let's say you're going to be a full-time carer for your younger siblings and that. You're going to be at home all day long. Your money's covered. Make videos on TikTok. Upload videos on TikTok. Have 5 accounts going. Don't be watching JY's TV. Forget JY's TV. Yeah. You need to go to work, my friend. Luckily, you got the comfort of working from home. I was saying this to my girl the other day, yeah? Oh, shit. Right, the live might start glitching on YouTube and that because I pressed some dodgy buttons and that. But anyway, I was saying this to my girl, yeah? Like, imagine in prison, you was allowed mobile phones and you was allowed laptops and or PCs with internet connection and no restrictions. So just imagine prison, yeah, was just a place that you go to so that you're away from society in the physical, but you are allowed to connect with people in the outside world via internet, yeah? There would be guys in prison making some serious money off of social media. Imagine you have 24 hours in the day to hone in on your craft, make videos after videos after videos, live stream after live stream after live stream. Yeah? Like, there'll be nothing else to do. There's no distractions. There's no girlfriend nagging you. There's no in-laws, stupid ass fucking barbecue that you have to go to once every 3 months. Your grandma's not going to be hitting you. Oh, can you help me put up a picture frame? Yeah. None of that bullshit. You ain't got no distractions. There's nothing else to do. You are completely bored. So what else is there to do? Make some money uploading TikTok. I'm telling you, that would be crazy. Let me see. JY's best chicken and chip shop in North London. I mean, I go to Chicken Express. Yeah, it's in Wood Green on Tintern Road. So let's say, imagine you're driving, you're coming from the A10 Great Cambridge roundabout, you're heading towards Wood Green on the A10. And you get to the junction where Wood Green meets Tottenham. Turn left to go Tottenham down Lordship Lane. So Lordship Lane is running. Turn left to go Tottenham, or you turn right and you can go Wood Green. You go right, just like 10-second drive, and on the corner there's a red chicken and chip shop. I mean, to be fair, if you see my video that's pinned to my what you call it? No, I don't even think it's there no more, you know. I don't think it's there. I'm sure I've got a video where I've pinned it to one of my profiles and that, where I'm outside a chicken and chip shop. That's my favorite chicken and chip shop. So when I go down to Edmonton on Friday, I'll be going there. I'll be there on Saturday as well, and I'll be there on Sunday as well. I go there every time. That's my favorite chicken and chip shop. I said Chicken Express. No, you know, nah, man. Chicken Express is the one. But I just go in there. Big up man like Kevin. Yeah. Big up my Mauritius brother, Kevin. I just go in there. He looks at me. I don't even need to go in there and show my face. He will see my red motorbike pull up. He will see the helmet. He will just start making the food. I get the same thing every single time. 4 hot wings, 1 piece of chicken breast in 1 box with burger sauce all over it. Then a separate box with just chips, salt and burger sauce on the chips. Every single time. He sees me, he says, usual. I say, yeah. I get the same thing every single time. I'm a creature of habit. Why don't you go gym? I mean, I'm gonna start going gym soon, maybe. But yeah, I'm not really a gym person. I don't really care about gym. Man said, is that nah, this is a taekwondo top. It's a taekwondo top. It says Universal Taekwondo Federation. How do you maintain such a physique? I mean, I'm naturally a slim person. Yeah. So yeah, I'm naturally a slim person. Like, you have people who are like endomorph, ectomorph, and mesomorph. Endomorph means whether you're male or female, you can put on fat very easily. You eat some chips or cheeseburger, you just start getting fat. Ectomorph, you're very skinny. Yeah, it's very difficult for you to put on weight. Yeah, very difficult. You can eat twice, triple the amount of food, like the daily recommended guidelines, and you won't put on no weight. And mesomorph people are like, yeah, you do burn fat easily, but you can gain muscle really easily as well. Now, some people have their combination of both. Some people are just straight endomorph. Yeah, you gain weight easily. Yeah, some people are just straight ectomorph. Some people are like ectomesomorph. So I will be like in between that. I'm slim, but I can gain muscle easily. I could go to the gym for 2 hours and you can tell man's gone to the gym. Yeah, I'll just start gaining muscle and that. But really and truly, it's more like you just got more blood in your muscles and that you swell up because you don't gain muscle in the gym. You lift weights to break down the muscle, and then when you rest, that's when the muscle repairs itself and grows. So you don't actually gain muscle in the gym. You actually break down and tear the muscle in the gym, and then it repairs itself, and then you get bigger muscles. I think that's how it goes. Someone said yes, J was Lano J, something like that. Big up, big up, big up. Back out the Versace roll. It's upstairs. Next time. It's someone else's. I borrowed it. Imagine a man borrowing someone else's clothes. How pathetic is that? I said, nah, bro, that's the old theory. New theory is that it's to do with tension and compression. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know about weights. I don't do the weights thing. So, how long should you rest for? Wait, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm not one of them people. I don't know about gym like that, like recovery and that. I mean, you can't work on the same muscle every single day. So just take it in turns, innit? So do one day where you do your biceps and that, and then the next day where you do your legs or whatever, or your triceps and that. Now, obviously, even if you're working on your triceps, you're probably going to do a little bit of biceps. Even if you're working on your chest, well, in order to work the chest, you're going to have to use your arms. So more than likely, you're using your biceps. And that. If you're doing your back, yeah, you're probably working on a little bit of triceps, potentially. I ain't no PT. I'm not well versed in this thing. Yeah, you never hear me talking about gym. I know the basics. But if I wanted to gain some size, I could do it very easily. Yeah, I could do it very easily. How do you, guys, you got to start typing proper English, man. Shit. How do you stay disciplined 24 hours? You got to hold yourself accountable, man. You got to hold yourself accountable. Oh, someone said, so when this Yaz person said, how long do you rest for? Oh, I thought you meant resting in between days. Oh, you're talking about in between sets. Me personally, when I used to go to the gym, I never used to bring my phone. My phone will either be left in the car or at my house because obviously where I'm from in Edmonton, the gym's around the corner. I never used to drive. I used to just walk to the gym. So that's how close man's yard is to the gym in Edmonton. So I used to leave my phone at home. So I used to go to the gym for like an hour or something like that. And I used to leave my phone at home. But let's say, hey, obviously I'm going to drive to the gym. I leave my phone in the car. I don't bring my phone with me. I'm not doing all this bullshit. Do one set, hunched over, on the phone for 10 minutes. Fuck that bullshit. Nah, man used to do triple sets. So man used to sit on the machine and I wish I could show you. I ain't getting up to show you. But basically, man used to get dumbbells, yeah? Get like 15 kg dumbbells. I'm not lifting the dumbbells. The dumbbells are for support, yeah? So anyway, man used to get the 15 kg or 20 kg dumbbells and put them upright, yeah? So the dumbbells are not in the position where they can roll. The dumbbells are upright. So you got a weight at the bottom and a weight at the top. They're upright, yeah? I used to put them down on the floor. And I used to do push-ups on top of the dumbbells, but nice and wide. So imagine, yeah, the dumbbells are upright and I put my hands on top of the dumbbells and I do deep push-ups. Yeah, so it's really ripping your chest. Yeah, I used to do that. I used to do 10 of those, and then I would lay the I would still keep the dumbbells in the same position, and like I would do push-ups where my hands are flat on the dumbbells, and as I go down, I would lift one dumbbell up and I'll push it against my chest, down, one push-up, then lift it. Yeah, and then afterwards I would sit on the machine where you do like the back exercise. Yeah, like you do the back pull downs, whatever the fuck it's called, innit? And I do 10 of those. Man, I used to do supersets. Yeah. So I'll do 10 push-ups on top of the dumbbells, 10 deep push-ups on top of the dumbbells, and then 10 push-ups, like, you know, lifting the weight to my chest and that, maybe 5 on each side or 6 on each side. And then I'll do like 10 pull downs and that. That's one set. I'll sit down for like 2 minutes. Boom, do that again. So I'll do 3 sets of the triple sets. Yeah, man. But man used to do Supermans as well, you know. You know when you jump on the pull-up bar and then pull yourself up and that, my man can do all of that, blood. Yeah. So I used to listen to music and that, yeah. When I go back to the gym, I'll make a video of me doing the Supermans and that. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, I used to do the gym thing back in the day, but yeah, muscle ups. Yeah, that's it, muscle ups. Yeah, man, I used to do that. But to be fair, when I used to do the muscle ups, I used to have to swing myself up a little bit. I've seen man, yeah, do the real muscle ups. A man is holding the weight, holding the chin up bar, yeah, and he's literally just lifting himself slowly, going up like straight vertical. None of this, because I used to grab the chin up bar and like swing myself up. No, I see a man, you know them proper real gym man, like man them, yeah, they're wearing the garden gloves. You know the orange palm garden gloves. I see a man wearing them, you know, in the gym. Only in Edmonton. These people up in Northampton, they're too posh for them things there. That you know you're in the ends when you see black man wearing the gardening gloves for the gym. Yeah, like if you've never seen that, it's because you live in a posh area. That yeah, man's from Edmonton. I see man wearing the gardening gloves. I see one guy, literally, I remember it like it was yesterday. He was wearing a long sleeve white t-shirt, one black brother, same height as me. This guy, he was strong, lifting himself like this in a straight line, no swinging, nothing like that. I'm like, yeah, that's the real authentic muscle ups. No swinging, nothing like that. Yeah. Calisthenics, yeah. And basically in Edmonton, there's like this thing called the Secret Park or something like that. I don't know. And you can do all them calisthenics and that. So I see a lot of man, a couple man go down there. It's in Edmonton, like on the way to like where the IKEA is kind of. Yeah. Man say gripping for days, yeah. That's the real calisthenics is the real strength. Man that can do handstands and do push-ups and that. Yeah, that's the real strength. You think Ronnie Coleman and them man they can do handstands and push-ups and that? You think man they can do muscle ups and that? No way. No way. Man said you have a philosophy for everything, Ak. Yeah. Do you think Edmonton's got better or worse in recent years? I don't know. There's it was I saw like my young G and I big him up. He was my young G back in the day. He said that like I think back in 2020, I don't know, what did he say? Maybe 2020 or 2022, like it was hot, like it was popping and that. But I don't know, I can't remember what year. I say, what's dinner saying? What's on the plate? I think it's chicken. Yeah, it's chicken. My girl's gonna start it now still. You should go Haringey Boxing Club. Nah, I'm not interested in boxing. I went to one. Oh, the internet. What happened to the live? It went black. Are you into football? Nah, I'm not a football man. I can't play football for shit. I said, I saw you posing in the bathroom. Do you not listen to? Oh, these are old comments. I've seen these already. You're an old man now. You can't gym now. What are you talking about? I'm 32 is not old, man. But I still feel like I'm 18. I still feel like a young boy, man. You need 10K followers, not that easy. You look drained, bro. You're okay. But why does it keep going up? This is weird, man. The comments keep going way back up. Hold on. But to be fair, you know, in terms of the gym thing, one thing I've never been good at is bench press. When I was in jail, when I was 18 in Feltham, there was youths that like was on the wing with, man. They're the same size as me. They got nothing on me. Yeah, we're the same height, same sort of build. Them lot could bench like 80, 100 kilos. Them man ain't no gym, man. It's just natural strength. They could bench press 100 kilos. I could never bench press 100 kilos. And that's including the bar. Yeah, they could do it. Like they might not be able to do 8 reps, but they could at least push it. Me, I can't. But you know what it is? Yeah, I've got long arms. So I think that's what like impairs my bench press. Because someone said to me before, because I was explaining to someone like, yeah, I've never been good at bench pressing. They said, you know why? Because your arms are long. Your arms are a bit too long for your height and that. So you'll be better at deadlifts. That's what he said to me. So how true that is, I don't know, but maybe because I've never been good at like bench pressing for some strange reason. I should have been taller, but I stopped growing at like 15, 16. I've been 5'9" since I'm 15, 16. So yeah, that's probably why my arms are quite long. Like I can touch the ceiling in my house. Obviously, my ceiling ain't mad high. Yeah, but yeah, I can touch the ceiling in my house. Obviously, I have to go on my tiptoes and that. Bro, 5'9", you're the same height as Little Man, you know, you joker. I'm 5'9" and a half. When I stand up straight, I'm 5'9" and a half. Yeah, max height. Big up man like Winston. I said 5'9". Nah, peak. You look like 6'3". Nah, if only, if only. Hopefully, I have a son that's nice and big and you know, 6'3", 6'4", 6'5". But I'm putting it into the gene pool, yeah, for my son to be tall. So I actually go out of my way to stretch a lot. Yeah, you lot can think I'm crazy, but I go out of my way to stretch a lot. And I believe that will put it into the gene pool for me to have a tall son. Because why the fuck has a giraffe got a long neck? It had to keep reaching for food. So that's why it's got a long neck. So I always go out my way to stretch a lot. Like, you see like smoke alarms in people's houses? I can reach them and remove them, like without getting on a ladder. Depends on how high the ceiling is, obviously. But I can remove the smoke alarms without getting on a ladder and that. So my son will be tall because I put it into the gene pool that height is required for the next generation. Has a girl ever got onto you for your height? I mean, like one time, yeah. Like I remember one time I was on Tinder and that, and I must have started chatting to a girl from Birmingham, and I said to her, are you gonna come down? Yeah. And she was like, how tall? She was like, wait, how tall are you? I said 5'9". She was like, nah, if you was 6 foot and above, I would have come down. I was like, oh shit. But I'll never let a girl troll me or get me pissed off about that stuff. If they want to mock me for my height, that's up to them. I don't care. You can say what you want. Them guys, yeah, that'll go on, you know, the pop the balloon thing. Guy, like a chick will be deliberately trolling them and that, saying, "Oh, I don't like the way you dress. I don't like the way your hat is, or your hair, or your height, and that." And they will go back and forth like, "Oh, well, I don't like this." Blood. If a girl tries to troll you about your height or the way what you dress, how you dress, and that, or how you speak, just say, "Yeah, okay, cool." Let them troll you, fam. Don't let it get to you, because they will deliberately do that to see how you're going to react in that. Are you going to start getting pissed off? Imagine you're on a date with a girl and you're sitting like, you know, you go to a restaurant and she's like, oh, you know, I usually date guys who are 6 foot and above. Let's say I'm 5'9". Some guys are, oh, fam, don't say nothing. Say, oh, okay, cool. Don't say nothing. Don't let them get you out of character and that. Now, if someone is dissing you on the street, then yeah, that's different. You can fire back, you can blast back. But certain times, girls will say stuff to you to see if they can wind you up, see if they can get underneath your skin. Don't let them get underneath your skin. You can't let them get underneath your skin, man. I would have said my thing is 6 foot. You joker, yeah. JY's on dating apps. Yeah, I've been on dating apps before. Listen, I'm a man. I will approach gal in the street, but you're better off. You're still better off still approaching gal in the street and using dating apps and that. Because at the end of the day, there's girls on dating apps that you will never come across. You will never meet them in the street because there's so many. If you drive all day long, you're not going to meet them and that. So there's a large 2,000 girls out there that you will never bump into in the street. So you might as well use dating apps to get a hold of them as well. So potentially come across them. I said, you're making me get out of character right now. That's up to you, mate. Dating app recommendation. I mean, I'll just use Tinder and that, but like people use Hinge. I mean, I used that one time before. But yeah, I'm coming off in 10 minutes. What's a JY's way to approach beanies? I'll walk up to them with my phone and say, you need to put your number in my phone. Or if a girl's got her phone out and she's walking like down the road, and be like, let me put my number in your phone. Or if a girl's talking on the phone, is that phone call important? Yeah, family, all different ways and that. One time, yeah, during lockdown, yeah, I thought to her, me, I'm good at like on the spot thinking of stuff, yeah. So like, imagine you're in Tesco's and you see a girl, you be like, so what are you cooking? Like, what are you gonna make for dinner for me tonight or whatever in it? Yeah, just smooth in there in it, yeah, like whatever in it. So I remember one time I was walking through Tesco's and that during lockdown. This girl was dead, yeah. But I was thinking, like, if a nice girl, you know, like everyone back in the day, yeah, during lockdown, people could wear bandanas or balaclavas and that. There was a girl wearing a red balaclava, a red bandana. You know, I thought to myself, like, if she was nice, I'll go out to her and say, Sue. Like, do you know what? Yeah, she probably even know what that means in it. But me, like, I can think of things on the spot. If I just seen a nice thing wearing a red bandana, you say, Sue. Yeah, that's the blood call and that. But it probably wouldn't work anyway because she don't even know what that fucking means. But yeah, me, a man smooth with it like that. Like, yo, what are you cooking tonight? Like, you know, what time's dinner and that? Yeah, you just smooth. Obviously, man could just do them normal approaches and that. Yo, what's your name and that? But yeah, yeah. I've done it before. Gone up to a postcode, like, oh, if I give you my address, you're gonna come and deliver some letters there and that. But you gotta be smooth with it, man. Smooth. Hey, listen, I ain't no Riz King or whatever they want to call it, but trust me, man's approached 1,000 girls. Don't mean I've got 1,000 numbers. Don't get it twisted. Most time, girl say no. What I'm saying is, man's done every approach possible. Yeah. Now, before I end the live stream, yeah, press 1 if you want to know about the best approach ever. I need 20 ones. Yeah, I'll tell you about the time where I didn't even get the girl's number, but it was the best approach ever. Really, that man's heart was like this. Yeah. So right, one, right. Round 3, 4. I need 20 ones. Nah, yeah, 5. You can't press 1 more than once. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, cool. 10 more from different people. The man said, "This is the happiest I've ever seen you." I still need some more ones. Every 10 seconds that goes by, I'm adding an extra 10 ones to it. Yeah. Right, let me move because I've got the comments on big mode, if that makes sense. I need to minimize the comments and that. So I want to see my face when I say this. Let me go on. Right, I think I've got enough ones. 5 more. I'm bullying you lot today. I'm holding you lot at ransom. This is a good story. Yeah. Man said 2, you know. Couple more. No. You can't. The same people are not allowed to put ones in. Yeah. That's a heady one. Funny enough, you say heady one. Obviously, I worked for Holmes and Haringey at the time, and my office was at Broadwater Farm. It's still there now, to my knowledge. Yeah. So man, I used to go to Broadwater Farm every day to sign in. I mean, not every day I had to go there, but that's where my office was. So we'd have to go there to go and collect work and whatnot. And that. So anyway, boom. So was I an apprentice? Don't know if I was an apprentice. I think I was qualified. Yeah, I was qualified, but I didn't have a van. I was using my old blue Honda Civic. And me and some of my work colleagues, so big up man like D and one other you, he's a dickhead still, so I ain't gonna say his name. But anyway, all 3 of us were on a little project where we would only go into old people's houses and fit a smoke alarm system where when the smoke alarm goes off, it notifies this call center, and then they will potentially notify the fire brigade if they phone up this tenant whose smoke alarm has gone off and they haven't got a response, or the tenant says there's a fire. Yeah. So anyway, I had to go to Bounds Green. Bounds Green is in the Haringey borough, but it's like no man's land. Nowadays, there's probably a gang in Bounds Green, but back in my day, if you was from Bounds Green and you was on road, you was repping Wood Green. Bounds Green did not have no one like that, but now there's probably a gang there. Someone put down in the chat if there's a gang there in Bounds Green. There probably is. There's a gang everywhere. The fact that there's a gang in fucking Enfield Town now is beyond me. I could kind of believe that there's a gang in Palmer's Green, because there was some guys in Palmer's Green that were linked up with N9 man back in the day and that. But anyway, so we had to go to Bounds Green, yeah, to carry out this project. Now my manager, big up man like Andy, he sent me to Bounds Green one day to just go knocking on some doors just to see if the tenants are in and liaise with them and say, look, it's Monday today. If you're in on Wednesday, we'll come back on Wednesday to fit this alarm system. So I had to go down to Bounds Green. It's during the afternoon, like 1 o'clock, like lunchtime. Yeah? So boom. Gone down to Bounds Green, knocked on a couple tenants' doors, whatever. Started making my way back towards like Tottenham, let's say, yeah? Well, towards Wood Green, let's say, because I'm in Bounds Green. Right near Bounds Green Station, I'm jamming there in my car, and I got eagle eyes, yeah? I'm sitting in my car in traffic at the lights, and I see one thing that's inside the favorite chicken and chip shop. Now, I don't know if there's a favorite chicken and chip shop now at Bounds Green Station, but it was back then. This is like 014, 015, yeah, them sort of times there. Yeah. So boom, I'm sitting in my car now, and I can just see like it's kind of like dark inside because of the way the light's reflecting and that. So it's tinted inside, so you can't really see. But I can see from this girl shit, like, yeah, this thing's all right still. So anyway, boom. So I'm sitting there in my car, innit? So the traffic starts moving, yeah? And as the traffic starts moving, because obviously I'm at traffic lights now, but I'm not right at the lights. I'm like 7 cars down. The traffic starts moving, and the girl comes out. I'm like, yo, that thing's all right. So I'm like, fuck, how can I pull over to go move to this thing? I think I drove in the wrong way, you know, like the no entry. I'm sure there was a no entry, but I believe I drove in the wrong way to try and pull up to move to this thing. Anyway, boom. So the girl's got a chicken and chips, and she's walking towards my direction, but I have to drive past her to find a parking space and that. So boom, man's hopped out the spaceship. Big up Nines for that track still. I've hopped out. It ain't no spaceship. My car was fucked as well. Yeah. Anyway, you hopped out now. And anyway, as I've hopped out now, like I've tried to see where she's gone now, innit? Now there's only potential 4 places she could have gone into and that, innit? Yeah. So man's walking now, trying to look into the shots to see where she's gone. And I clocked. I think maybe I saw her going to the estate agent. There was a King's estate agents on this little shop, this little shop terrace or whatever, on the street. So boom. So she's gone in there now, innit? Yeah. So I'm like, fuck, how am I gonna get away with walking in there and drawing this thing? Yeah. So I used to have these business leaflets on me, innit? Yeah. And I went back in my car, got a business leaflet, and walked in there to try and act like man's gonna try and promote business, which I used to do. I used to go into estate agents and that to try and give out my business leaflets and that to try and get a little business and that. Even when I was still working at home, Harringay, innit? So boom, man's rolled up in there now, innit? Yeah. And I'm looking around, I can't see this thing, but she walked in there. So I'm like, where the fuck is she? So there was one Asian brother, and there was like one Cypriot, Greek or Turkish Cypriot girl in there, innit? Yeah. So boom. So I walked in there, looked around, I'm like, fuck. So anyway, the guy's like, how can I help you? I'm like, oh yeah, I just come to promote some business, innit? Yeah. So I've got the business leaflet in my hand. So anyway, I just gave it to him. I'm like, fuck. These times I'm in the shop, yeah, the guy's like, what services do you provide and that? And I was telling him, innit, I'm inside the estate agents, I can hear her in the back. There's a back room. She's eating the chicken and chips. I can hear the plastic bag rustling. I'm like, fuck. So anyway, boom. Man's left now, innit? Yeah, I'm like, fuck it, it's done, it's over, innit? Cool. About a week later or something like that, big up my manager, Andy, at the time, yeah. He said, Jay, I need you to go back to Bounds Green, yeah? So you can go and knock some of the other tenants' doors because some of them, obviously, they didn't answer or whatever. Really. So boom. So let's say he told me that on a Wednesday afternoon. Yeah? So I'm like, yo, tomorrow I gotta go and carry out this mission, did it? Yeah. So anyway, man never get nervous approaching gal and that. But if you look at the situation, yeah, I'm having to go and roll up into an estate agent in front of people and approach a girl. Like it's different approaching a girl at a bus stop or in a shop or something because it's just different, isn't it? Yeah, you're in there, you're in and you're out. But I'm having to walk into a place of work and draw a tick. So that was the only time in my life, yeah, I had to psych myself up the previous day. For me, I will never back down from a challenge. Like me, I'm in my head, like I'll challenge myself. Like if I don't do it, I'll say you're a pussy and I won't be able to live with it. Yeah. Like so anyway, so I'm like, fuck, these times man's heart beat. This is the day before, you know. So anyway, boom, man's thinking about it all evening and that. Yeah. Boom, got up in the morning and that. So my manager said, yeah, you need to go there between like 12 and 3 o'clock to try and liaise with these tenants and that. So boom. So I said, all right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go down to the tenant's house, knock a couple doors, and then go down and then go and see if I can move to this girl in it. So anyway, so gone knock the tenant's doors and that. They didn't answer the door, or I spoke to a couple of them. I was like, fuck it, it's over. Showtime right now, yeah? Boom. Every minute that was passing by, yeah, man was getting more nervous and more nervous. And like I said, man, don't get nervous, yeah? Anyway, so I've parked up my car. I've headed towards the estate agent and that now. And I had to do it strategically, thinking like, yo, I need to go in there at a time when the girl is not going to be on her lunch break. Because I can't afford for this girl to, you know, be on her lunch break. Obviously, best case scenario, I catch her on the street, but I know my luck is not going to allow me to catch her on the street. Anyway, boom, man's got in the estate agent now, yeah? And that same Asian youth, do you know, I think it might even be Turkish as well. This same Turkish youth is sitting in the same position. That's his desk and that. So boom, as I walked in now, the guy's like, how can I help you? I said, as I walked in, the chick is in there, yeah? So it's game on now, yeah? So boom, as I walked in, she's looked up. Not looked up like, who's that? She just looked up, the door's gone in. She's looked up, but she's got some customers, these two old white people. She's sitting at a desk that's at the back of the estate agent. It's all within view though, but there's some stairs and whatever in it, yeah? So boom, so as I walked in, she's looked up. She's got this old couple, they got their back to me, she's facing me in it. So the guy said to me, how can I help you? I said, I've come to speak to her. So she was like, okay, I'll be with you in a minute, yeah? Anyway, the guy was like, "You sure I can't help you?" I was like, "Nah, I need to speak to her." Innit? Blood. So I'm standing up there in the estate agent. The guy's there. That same random chick that was in there before, she's in there. The chick that I've come looking for, she's in there with an old couple in it. I stood up there for like 5 minutes. This girl, I think I sat down actually, yeah. This girl was jumped up, come downstairs. This thing was nice, 9 out of 10, straight wifey material, straight, yeah. This thing has come bouncing down the stairs and that. She's like, "How can I help?" I said, "I think you better sit down." She was like, "What?" I was like, "Yo, I'm not even gonna mess about with you, yeah. I came in here to get your number, you know. I saw you the other day come from favorites, yeah. Bro, I had to just be upfront and honest. Like, there's none of this, oh, what's your name? Fuck that bullshit, man. I had to be straight, honest, yeah. I came in here to get your number. I saw you here last week or whatever day it was, yeah." She was like, "Oh, that's so nice, but I'm engaged or whatever." I was like, "Yeah, that guy knows exactly what he's doing." I said, "Here, take my leaflet. If he messes you about, hit me up." Yeah. The amount of sweat that was probably pouring down my head, but yeah, I didn't get the girl's number in it. But that was like the most nervous time I've had approaching a girl. I said to myself, if I do this, well, when I do this beforehand, I said, when I do this, if there's any other time where like you shuffle, you stall a little bit, or you don't approach a girl, you never have to feel bad about it. Yeah. Although that never really happens or anything like that, you never need to feel bad about it. But this is the ultimate one. Yeah. But the thing was nice, some mixed race thing. She had like an Indian look to her, but I think she was just straight, like just mixed race. Yeah, that was mad. Still, that was like 015, 014 them times there, boy. Woo hey. Yeah. I wonder what happened with that relationship there, boy. That was crazy, boy. Oh shoot! I sent an invite to someone by accident. Do not join. Do not join. Do you follow girls on all fours if she's feeling you? You madman. You madman. Moving to old ladies. Nah, man. No old ladies, man. Man said, big up Green Gang. Who's the M4 Town Gang? I don't know. I don't know. Bounce Green's a good area. Drive-by is, yeah. But I've done every approach. I've done it. There's no approach I ain't done. There's no approach I ain't done. I've done it all. I've done it all. Seeing gal on road, I mean, pulling up on the curb is nothing. I think one of my brethren, though, he done a mad one. He stopped the car in the road, handbrake, key out of the ignition, and was approaching a thing in Edmonton or Tottenham somewhere. I ain't done that madness yet, though. But yeah, man's done it all. There was one white chick. She was decent. This was in Chingford. I saw her with an older white man, like old man, or older man at least. I said, "Can be unrespectful." I said to him, "Sorry, no disrespect. Is this your daughter?" And he said, "Yeah." I said, "Do you mind if I approach her?" He was like, "Yeah, go on then." Cool. I didn't get the girl's number and that. But me, I've got respect. I ain't just gonna roll on a man and try and chat to a girl. Me personally, I think it's disrespectful to come in the next man's space when he's with girls. Let's say you see one guy and he's with 3 girls. I still think it's a bit of a disrespect to just roll up in there and trying to talk to a gal if they're all standing close together, innit? Like, ask the guy permission, yo, which one's yours, which one's not yours? You know what I'm saying, innit? Give him that little bit of respect. You don't even need to ask, can I just say, oh, which one's yours? This one. All right, cool, I'm gonna chat to this one and that. I've done it before. One time I went to cinema with my auntie and her best friend. We used to always go cinema and that back in the day. Same, 014, 015 sort of times and that. And we went to a cinema in Romford. And there was one black youth. He's with these 2 mixed race girls. And I noticed them obviously in the cinema, watching the same film. Don't ask me what film we was watching because we used to go to the cinema all the time. And after the film was done, obviously gone to the toilet and that, the guy was in there. I said, yo, I see you with them girls, innit? Which one's not yours or whatever? I can't remember how. I was like, which one's not yours or whatever, innit? He said, well, my one is this one or whatever, innit? So boom, as me and him are both left, I see the girl. I just start approaching the friend and I actually got a number. I actually went to She actually introduced me to her mum still. Yeah, she was from Beckton originally, but she moved to Chadwell Heath. So yeah, that was funny still. Someone said this guy can chat, but I've got stories. I've got stories. I've got so many stories. Man said she's married. Yeah, maybe, yeah. You never know. But that was years ago. She could have got divorced, you know. That's like 8 years ago, you know. 10 years. What am I talking about? 014, 015. That's almost 10 years ago. 9, 10 years ago. What ethnicity was the girl at the cinema? She was mixed race as well. Yeah, man. Man's gone on some voyages. Yeah. Some voyages. Man said day game is techie. Well, I don't go out in the night to be, you know, I never used to go out in the night really to be approaching gal and that. So yeah, just that's the thing, man. Just walk down the road, you see a girl, you just stop them and that, and it's normal. Man. Tips to move on past a girl. Blood, you just time wounds all heal. Time heals all wounds. Yeah, that's it, man. You just gotta let time do its work. Don't sit in your house depressed and that. Nah, just gotta move on, man. There's man right now still hung up over their ex from 2 years ago. There's man right now still hung up over their ex all 10 years ago and that. I know an older man. This guy has been depressed for like 30 years because his white woman cheated on him or something like that. He's a black man. Would you finance a car? Probably not, man. Have you been heartbroken? Yeah, everyone's been heartbroken. How are you with constructive criticism? Yeah, man, I believe I take it well. You can come and say anything to me as long as you're not being disrespectful. Speak to me properly. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I believe I deal with constructive criticism really well because I get a lot of hateful comments and that people taking a piss and saying madness. Yeah. And I don't respond to none of them. I don't respond to none of them. Nadia, how long for the food? All right. No. I'm gonna be finished. I'm gonna be finished in like 10 minutes anyway. Is your girl Arab? Yeah, she's half. She looks like an Arab, but she's only half. Yeah. Man said, "Is that the ninja here?" Yeah, everyone's got it. Everyone's got the ninja. Would you finance a car? I'm not too sure, man. Potentially, but me, I just don't want to be. Funny enough, yeah, this is coming from a man that has 5 properties. I don't want to be roped into no long-term financial agreements. Because with a property and that, like, there's light at the end of the tunnel. It's an appreciating asset, and that a car is a depreciating asset. I said this before. You are a madman if you take out a loan to finance a car. You're taking out a liability to finance a liability. That's a double negative. At least if you took out a loan to put down on as a deposit for a property and that, you're taking out a liability to finance a long-term asset. So it kind of cancels itself out. I mean, you'll be at an advantage at some point once you've taken out that loan and that. But a liability for a liability, no way. There's people right now still paying off for a car that physically doesn't exist on the road because it's been written off and it was their fault and their insurance may not have gave them any money back for it or whatever. Or even if the insurance did, like, they're still having to pay back finances and that for money. Are your properties in London? Nah, they're all in this Northampton area. The best, man. Cooking made easy. I mean, yeah, I've never used it before. So my girl bought it. I've never bought the Ninja. I've never used it. I've never even turned it on. So, but yeah. Man said, how old are you? Take a guess. Take a guess. No, if you know my real age, don't say my real age. Take a guess. Take a guess. Nah, so I'm gonna be 32 next month. Yeah, man, 42. Kiss my ass. You need your ass kicked. About 42. 17. Your mother. Jay West, can we come to the B-Day motive? Yeah, if you wanna come to work, yeah. Actually, no, my birthday's on a Saturday, apparently. Yeah, so but if my birthday was on a Friday, I would have went to work. If my birthday was on a Monday, I would have went to work. I really got into the grinding mode when I first jumped on that Tottenham job. So you lot have heard about the infamous Holborn job. Where I get my strong work ethic and long hours of working is from the Tottenham job. So when I was working there, I was doing like the normal like 8 to 5 and that, but then they started offering overtime. They was offering man to work till 10 o'clock and that. Don't get it twisted. At 8 o'clock, man will just go and find somewhere to sit down and hide for 2 hours. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, yeah, man still was putting in the hours and that certain days and that working, yeah, 14 hours, 8 to 10 o'clock. Yeah, every day. That's when I first got a real taste of proper money working on construction sites. When I saw that 1,800 after tax, because I got like CIS deduction and that. When I saw that 1,800 after tax per week, yo, that's it. Overtime by default. It was not overtime. It was standard working hours, literally. Yo, bro, you think so? You think you should get a girl young or grind? I mean, you can still have a girl when you're young and grind. You can still have a girl and that, but she's just gonna be, you know, she's gonna be sixth priority, and that's the way it's supposed to fucking be. You don't work weekends. I mean, I would work on the weekends and that, but I don't get to. I'm not able to. Sorry. She said the chick said, "I'm 42. You look older than me. Don't this." There's no way you look. I think I look 42. That's the tenants. When I meet them, they think I'm fucking 25 years old, man. What's the matter? Sorry. I sent an invite to someone. Don't accept it because I'm not. Remember when you fought that white you round Plevna Park? What the hell? Oh, I know who this is. Big up man like C. I was thinking, what was you there? That was like a week after I come out of jail still. That guy bit me on my back, you know. That was mad. Yeah, because I remember I was sitting with Heatman in the park and the guy was chatting shit. You know what, yeah? Heatman can tell you some stories, you know. I've crashed a few man with Heatman or Heatman being around. Heatman can tell you 3 stories of, yeah, me crashing. There was one older from Broadwater Farm. I crashed him in front of Heatman as well. Yeah. Heatman will have a couple stories to tell still. The Fed never stopped it. I don't know. The Fed, I had to end up running and then jumping over the fence and running through the allotments. Because I ain't got, there's no way you ain't getting me go back to jail after a week. So what are you saying, C? So what, who was you moving with? You know, like them 09B or 900. Who was you rolling with? Was you rolling with like 900 and them? Because people ask me, do you know this person from 900 or 09B? And I don't know who's who. So who's you rolling with, 900 or 09B? Because I don't think he was 3 times 3, was you? Because I don't know who's who or whatever and that. Yeah, but yeah, obviously I know you're saying more low and that, but like, what would you lot call yourself? Would you call yourself 900 or 09B, or was you lot just your own set? Just out for dough. Okay, okay, okay. But yeah, Heat man has yeah, he would tell you a couple stories where I've moved to man. Just walking down the street, just bump into someone I don't like, have to move to them. Yeah. No comment, officer. Didn't Morley get bagged? I don't know what you're talking about. Have you ever lost a fight? Yeah, I've lost fights, but I won a lot. Yeah, I've lost a few. I won a lot. Won a lot. But I was active back in the day. Active. Jay was. What do you remember about the 2011 riots? I wasn't about. I was in prison then. So, but yeah, big up man. Like, see, I might see you on Friday. I'm going down to my mum's house, so you probably yeah, you see my car anyway. At least anyway. Big rats. Remember them times when we used to ride out on? I don't know who you are, so I don't know. I don't know who you are. You're gonna have to drop some hints on who you are, what your name is, whatever, and that. Then I might be able to say, but I don't know. Yeah, a man quoted me when I said, "Man said you'll see my car anyway." I'm Heat man. You're not Heat man. You know, I know you're not Heat man because Heat man never used to ride out. So, big up my brother Heat man. He used to have the me and Heatman used to do this thing where we used to walk to Dixie. We used to walk all the way from Edmonton Green to Dixie. Yeah, that's quite far still. I mean, we could have jumped on a bus, but we used to just walk. We used to do that on a Friday night. Oh, okay, yeah. Dinner's ready still. I'm coming off in two minutes. A man said, "I'm coming, Nadia." You know. Why is his nickname Heatman? I don't even know. I don't even know. That's just what he used to call it back in the day. Like literally, I ain't gonna say his government name, but like you know, you're so used to calling man certain names that you forget their government name. Yeah, you forget their government name. No, you're not. You're not John. Your name's Heatman. Yeah. I said, don't make me crash out. You know. Big up, but you need a trim. soon. Man's gonna get a trim soon. Coming off in 1 minute. Coming off in 1 minute. Did you have beef with them rappers from OFB? Nah. Them lot different generation. I wasn't about. Well, they weren't about when I was on road. So I said them corners are eroding. Yeah, they are, innit? Getting old. JY, do you play video games? No, I don't play video games. Thoughts on rappers? Most of them cap. Maybe, yeah. But some of them actually rappers in general. Some of them actually do the stuff they talk about. Yeah. Man said, let's see the plate before you cut. All right, let's see. Oh. Yeah, go on. Yeah, now the food's not ready, yeah? It's in the microwave. Jay Wise, you say you're a narcissist. I'm not a narcissist. That's what my girl called. She calls me the N word. Terminator from Edmonton, hard rapper. You know him. Now I don't know him personally, but you need to step in the booth. Nah, I'm not a rapper. You can hear the banter. Let's see the food. Yeah. Well, once it's heated up, When's the next live? Be next week. Where did you meet your girl? Online. So what happened was we met on Tinder, exchanged numbers and that. Then we didn't talk, and then we started chatting on Instagram. Is gym waste of time? I mean, no, you got to keep your body on point, man. You got to keep your body on point. When you're retiring from work, should be able to retire at age 40, hopefully. Is your girl pretty flamingo? Yeah. You know the top gardener, who's that? How did you know your missus was going to be a good investment? Bruv, you have to train your girlfriend, blood. You have to train your missus, man. Like, fam, the girl's not going to cook for you or clean your house and that just because. Yeah, you got to train your missus. Like, my girlfriend cleans my house every other day. She didn't just think, you know what? I'm gonna clean your house every other day. No, that's the standard that I set. Yeah, and it has to be met. Obviously, there's the odd day now and then which is like, oh, can I clean it tomorrow? Yeah, it's cool. Because like my house is spotlessly clean. Yeah. So the reason why my house is spotlessly clean, if any of you don't want to know the secret to keeping a house spotlessly clean, you clean it when it doesn't need cleaning. I know it sounds crazy, but you make it into a routine of cleaning the house every other day. That way, it can never become dirty. It's impossible because you clean it every other day. You got to keep on top of it. When people come to my house, they're so shocked. They're like, "Wow, why is it so clean and that?" Me, I got OCD. Like I don't like germs. I don't wear shoes in my house. Nothing. No trainers ever come in my house. Never. Trainers get kicked off outside. Yeah, routine is everything. Yeah. Would you ever do a house tour? I mean, I've done house tours already. Was it done? Yeah. Yeah. I've done house tours already, man. I mean, they're not in it. So where do you put your shoes on? I stand by the front door and I put my trainers on as I'm stepping out of the house, if that makes sense. So I kick one. So when I approach my front door, I open the door, kick one shoe off, step inside, and then kick the other foot off, and then step inside and do the same going out. How do you know a girl is trainable? I mean, all girls are trainable. 95% of them are trainable. You just have to be the guy to do it. Nah, come get it, right? Yeah. But yeah, all chicks are trainable. What do you mean? What is her standard for you? Someone says, show the food, show the food. Thoughts on Kurdish girls? Yeah, I mean, I would get myself a nice Kurdish girl. The thing is, Kurdish people, I like Kurdish people. I love their food. Kurdish people are nice, respectable people. Their houses are spotless. You could eat the food off of a Kurdish person's floor. Their houses are spotless. Spotless. I'm taking you lot in the kitchen. Look. Obviously, my kitchen's not massive or nothing like that, but yeah, it's spotlessly clean. Look how clean the floor is. The tiles are white. Yeah, that's how clean the tiles are in my house. Even down here. This is not dirt. This is obviously the panes and that. So the only thing that's out of place. Yeah, I keep my house spotlessly clean. If my food was on the floor, I could eat the food off of my floor. Right? Yeah, this is the food. Moving like one of them chicks on Instagram showing food and that. So yeah, one piece of chicken, some salad and that, and rice. She made it in the what it in the air fryer. I don't know what I'm gonna have for a drink. But yeah, right. I'm done now. She's gonna be a dessert tonight. Nah, I already had dessert before the live stream. And 10. And yeah, honestly, my girl is the best cook. My girl can even cook better than my mom. I told one of my brothers, he's like, bro, how can you say that? I'm like, fam, facts is facts. Yeah? That doesn't mean every single meal that my girl cooks, I like it. Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It could be Gordon Ramsay. He's one of the best cooks. But that doesn't mean that just because he cooks something, I'm gonna like it. But yeah, my girl is the best cook that I know. It's not about dissing mum's food. Like it's not about dissing it. But if my girl's food is better than my mum's, it's better than my mum's. I'm not gonna be biased towards my mum just because my mum. My girl. Obviously, there's certain things that like, let's say chili con carne. I prefer my mum's. I don't like my girl don't make it the way I like it. I prefer my mum's. If it's like a fry up breakfast, let's say sausages and like fried dumpling, I'll pick my mum's. So it just depends. But yeah, averagely, I'll say I prefer my girl's food over my mum's food, definitely. Yeah. Man says, show your girl clip. She's in bed, man. If you want to see my girl, go on my on my TikTok page. She's on there. Do you pay all the bills? Yeah, I pay all the bills. Man's eating haram chicken, you know. You laughing at what they said? What part? The haram chicken. But yeah, so yeah, I pay all the bills. The only thing she pays for is the food shop. But I pay all the bills and that. Like, she's been there 18 months or whatever. Not one time have I said to her, you know, next month's gonna be a struggle, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to chip in on the gas and electric. Obviously, there was one time where I made her just top up the gas, just because. I just made her top up the gas because I got a top up meter here. I just made her top it up just because. This was not this year. This was last year, I think. But my girl don't pay no bills, never. My girl could lose her job. My girl could lose her car, lose her job, lose her phone, have no penny. They could restrict every single one of her cards, credit cards, whatever. Yeah, literally freeze her, and she will have a roof over her head, food on the table, clothes, gas, water, electric, food in the fridge, and drinks. Yeah? Because obviously my hard work. Where's your girl from? She's half Arab, half Eastern European. JY's thoughts on multiple wives. Yeah, I'll definitely like, yeah, if I could have multiple wives and that, yeah, I definitely would. Yeah, man said food getting cold. Yeah. I'm gone now. The last 10 seconds. Yeah, someone said, "Oh, Kurdish things, typical family don't want people that look like us in their family." I get it, innit? But it is what it is, man. You got to prove them wrong. If you're some trapper, some drug dealer, and that, well, then of course they're not gonna want you. But if you're a man that's, you know, an accomplished man, they might make an allowance and that. And it's not racist or nothing like that. It's, you know, they want to keep it within their culture, which is understandable. All right, I'm done now. Go on. Stay tuned for the next live stream. Jay Wise, is your girl Jewish now? All right, you man, I'm done. Man said smoking them and they jumped on the F thing, you know. Anyway, I'm done. Stay wise, done.